Righto then. So I'm going to start bringing up TNA, and you dedicate quite a lot of the book. Grateful. I will keep mentioning the book because that's why we're here to plug the book as well. And the one thing that I was so pleased that you mentioned is the name TNA. How do you feel about the name TNA?
It's the most juvenile. It was so juvenile, and I think it was a reflection on the people involved at the time that really had no clue what they were doing. They might have, it's one thing to have a lot of experience in the wrestling business as it relates to what goes on in a ring, right? It's another thing altogether to have experience as it relates to the wrestling business outside of the ring, the business of the wrestling business. And I think it was a reflection of how little experience or understanding that the people involved had at the time. Because while it may have been a cute little inside joke, TNA, which the acronym here,
Mm.
stands for tits and ass, which was the Vince Russo kind of approach to creative. Vince Russo liked to do. It's like if Howard Stern, the shock jock, was writing wrestling, it would be all over the top, salacious, gratuitous, stupid shit. And that's what Vince Russo was all about at that point. So the TNA, it was just like, it was a reflection of ignorance. It was a reflection of ignorance and inexperience, in my opinion. Still is.
With the Jim Cornette gave an interview, or maybe on his podcast many years ago, and he said that he used to have to sell advertising and sell spots of advertising on the show, and he'd twist and chew his face up to do whatever he could to not say the words TNA. Because as soon as he said our company is TNA, and it's such a turn off for sponsors as well.
Yeah, it's a reflection of ignorance, and ignorance in a literal sense. Not to be not to cut somebody down, but the definition of ignorance is lack of information or knowledge, and that was a reflection of ignorance.